Alright, welcome back to Community Challenge. We've got BikeAlex playing here in the red trunks as Persia at the top side, up against ryzor on Celts, the lower side of the map. Yellow. Adding an early house here, which is an interesting choice. Probably just needs a storehouse. Alex playing a little bit more conventionally. So yeah, ryzor adding one of the three houses he needs to get his age up, but probably not something he needs to worry about at this stage. He's doing a good job at scouting out the map though. He's getting his three houses now though, so this is a bit of an interesting choice. Like, you really probably shouldn't worry about this until you've actually started gathering. Here we go, he's going for a storehouse now. He probably want to just finish that off if he's already placed it. No, for the time being he can just stay there and he can finish it later. He's going to get on the hunt as well. Alex getting the wood for a barracks here potentially. Or for a dock, although he's not producing villages perfectly either. ryzor getting a good amount of food here. He's also distance gathering at those berries. Alex taking an age up pretty much straight away here. Very early, only 10 villages in. Hunting dogs coming in for ryzor. A good upgrade for him. So he's going to want to deal with the scout before he even places the storehouse. Otherwise they start to scatter around like this. So Alex is going to have the upper hand on him with that. So here on inland, this map used to be extremely popular a few years back. It was quite a large map. Sometimes these lakes could be spawned really shifted towards one player's side. And yeah, it sort of fell out of a bit of favour. Sometimes resources like the golds here for Alex is really plentiful. I'm not sure if they're going to be as generous for ryzor, just because of where this is sitting and where this little mountain here is. But yeah, it could be really catalytical with spawns of resources, lakes, space, trees. ryzor getting his age up now. Alex, no eco-techs just yet. As we're getting picker's gloves now as well, but he's not really gathering from the berries at the moment. Might want to get enough wood to go for a barracks or get wood and stone. Go the route that Alex is and try and get a town centre pretty quickly here. Early stables here for BikeAlex. Once you get a bit of harass done, get a bit of damage done, unsettle his opponent. Works really, really well at lower levels of play in particular because they tend to panic and have to stop and think about how they're going to defend it before they actually do defend it. And then meanwhile, you know, it pulls the whole focus of everything else they're doing away from, away from doing whatever else they're doing. ryzor getting a barracks to be able to make longswordsmen, be able to make spearmen. Spearmen are especially going to be good against Asabara. 17 vils to 16, so plays pretty close on that. Wheelbarrow here for ryzor, perhaps a little bit early. But considering how much walk distance he's doing here, it's going to benefit him more than it would the average player. Like, he's not going for storehouses here. on the berries and the gold. So in theory, wheelbarrow is worth a lot more to him than it is to other people. Add conditioning and just pump out some spears. So Alex gonna get a couple of Asabara, gonna be able to do some damage with that. Hasn't looked at getting any water yet, hasn't really got the food for it. Right, so we're adding some more houses, so I don't think he really needs them just yet. Might be best off going for the water or going for a town centre. Started getting a little bit of stone here. Alex. Oh, he's a bit short on wood for it, but he's got the stone he needs for a town centre. Just he wants to get a little bit of damage done with his Asabara that are really well decked out with Zahak's sword and Marduk's shield. Master Assassin's gauntlets. Ashoka's golden gauntlets. So the only way you could have something more like high value than that is swapping that out for Barham's breast boots. And that's like the ultimate bling Asabara. It's a little bit rough for ryzor. He's going to lose his scout, but this gives him a heads up as to what his opponent's doing. In fact, he might be able to save his scout. A few spearmen there in the mix. He might be able to defend here. Though ryzor needs to get a few more and needs to save these guys. Though Alex is making a bit of a wrong decision by just attacking the storehouse when I think he did actually see this other one from his opponent. A lot of longswordsmen in the queue now. Ryzor might want to cancel one or two of them and queue up another villager or two. The 3 spears are going to make really light work of these 3 Asabara though. So ultimately I think this will go ryzor's way as long as he can keep training stuff through this. Neither player is actually training villagers at the moment. ryzor's just on it now. Alex needs to get his villager production going. So the initial spears do really pay off there, killing the 3 Asabara for pretty much nothing. Alex is in a better spot though. Oh well, I don't know. ryzor's actually ahead on overall and eco pop. He had set himself up better to get a second town centre though. And this is really quite neutrally placed, right in the middle of the map. Depending on where ryzor chooses to park his scout, he might actually find this. So did Alex actually see that? Yeah, Alex saw that storehouse and chose to attack this one instead, so he probably could have picked up a villager or two. Instead lost the Asabara pretty much for a little bit of help off his opponent's gold gatherers. So ryzor can breathe a bit of a sigh of relief there. Alex is going to heal up one of his Asabara. Right, so we're getting Spear Champion, making them even more threatening against the Asabara. Bonus damage versus cav buildings and reduced train time. Ever a handy upgrade. Maybe he could... Oh, he's already got conditioning too. So he'll be able to really spit out the spearmen. But he's going to want to prevent a transition to bowman here from Alex. Getting a second town centre as well. Both our players just ignoring the water. Fishing? What do you mean? What would you do that for, bro? I'm here to fight. It's a nice sizable army here for ryzor. He just needs to make sure if he does end up attacking the bowman, he gets instantly on top of them. He's got no slingers to support his infantry, so make sure he comes out of this ahead. Needs to think about what counters what here. Bit of an interesting little raid. Oh, they're going to run straight onto the house, which is not great. He needs them to focus the bowman or get out of there. They may actually be able to kill all the bowmen. But he's lost all of his villagers. Ryzor, no! Lost too many villagers here. And Alex, 29 vills himself. A lot of them idle. But he has cleaned up the food eco. Another raid by Alex, but the horses all falling there. Ryzor going to age 3. Is he going for Woad Raiders? Only one berry bush left there, so really Ryzor got most of what he was after out of that. Alex, double villager production, be able to really pick up that eco. Only 9 vills ahead at this stage. Bard Hall, archery range here for Ryzor. Get a lot of spears, but he needs to make sure he gets a lot of Woad Raiders because there's plenty of bowmen here for BikeAlex, who's now going to start getting a War Academy. Maybe even look at armory upgrades or going for age 3 himself behind this. Alex is only training out of one town centre at the moment, so Ryzor's not potentially as far behind as he thinks he might be. But he needs to make sure... Oh, he's going to try and wall himself in somewhat. Interesting decision because it does cost him the resources and he needs stone for a second town centre. Getting bowmen, not a bad choice. Maybe you would want to add some Woad Raiders. He's going to add marksmanship. Alex, checking things out. In fact, he's just going to go for it. Try and commit on those wood gatherers. Ryzor probably needs to get the town centre to focus fire on the bowmen, considering how low health they are. How weak they are against ranged units. I mean, how strong they are against ranged units. The Woad Raiders, there's none of them in production yet, so you can't use them to clean up the spearmen. Well, the spearmen, I mean, clean up the bowmen. Well, the spearmen, instead of focusing down the Asabara, this Asabara got free reign. Looks like Ryzor's not going to be able to hold up against Alex here. At 35 villages, 19 left for Ryzor. He's continuing to lose more stuff here. He's really quite hemmed in. Doesn't really have any army left at this stage. Looks like Alex is able to clean him up completely there. Oh, actually. Last of the bowmen falling and the last of the Asabara going with it. More Asabara coming in. Warlock not quite finished too. Ryzor's not got any slingers. He got a handful of bowmen, but they've been all cleaned up except for one. The bowmen proving to be the pest here. Ryzor going to tower up. Needs to get a second town centre. I think this might be over from here at 11 vills to 40. It's only a matter of time before Alex has the units to just push in. Got plenty in the bank. Just spend up a little bit more on units and push here. Just going to see if Ryzor's walled himself in yet. Doing his best to protect his food eco up here. It'll be a bit too little too late, I think. What's Ryzor looking to do now? Alex is age 3. In forward range, I wonder if he's going to look at getting a siege workshop soon. Oh, Ryzor's food eco starting up once again. He's going to get Furor Celtica. Not really restarting production yet. Nearly up to 15 villages to Alex's 44. Alex even getting handcart. He's got plenty of eco-techs. All of his age 2 eco-techs except for the farm upgrade. Ryzor's got plenty of eco-tech too at the moment. Double spear production starting up again for him. He just hasn't gone for the second TC, which I find a bit strange. So Alex did just get rigorous training. So right now they actually cost more, but they train faster. Was that paid labour he got? No, it was rigorous training. So Ryzor trying to move out here, but there's just too many bowmen. Really needed to field a lot of Woad Raiders and Horsemen at this stage. Now that he's age 3, he can get stable, so it wouldn't have been a better time for him. Alex just going to start adding rams, adding more production in general. Alex doing a good job at making sure Ryzor can't leave and get on this gold mine and the stone. Alex waiting on another ram. Starting fishing here, so we're a water map, 15 minutes into the game, and someone's finally started fishing. Another ram here for Alex. Hoping to finish this one off soon. Without Woad Raiders, it's going to be very hard to stop the battering rams as well. Longswords and spears are just going to die to this ranged backline. And on top of that, Woads deal bonus damage to the siege as well as the ranged. It's starting to look very scary here for Ryzor. Trying to do what he can, but too little too late, I think. Yeah, I think that's going to be GG. 61 villages to 21 there. Ryzor's looking at his gatherers. Yeah, I'll probably call that a GG, I'd say. Or is he going to be able to sustain this? I don't think so. Right, so it's just going to be way too far behind here. Yeah, I mean, he's got 20 villages, but his opponent's got a massive army. I don't think Ryzor is going to be able to make it back into the game. He's starting on fishing. No, not even yet. He's starting farming, and he's going to need to add production. Yeah, a lot of villagers getting singled out there. Oh, he's going to try and add the barracks here. One thing I'll give him is he's not trying to give up in a sense. Like, I know Vill hiding and making the TC to prolong the game, it's frowned upon, but at least he's trying to actually tech to military ASAP and defend it. But yeah, I think at this stage it's probably all over. GG. Yeah, GG. Alex taking the game there. ryzor probably needing a second town center. Yeah, because as soon as Alex got his second TC, it pretty much was all his way economically.